So today I'm gonna finally install the ASIC on the board, and seems like this time I got able to not forget the microphone off, so you will not get bored just watching without hearing anything. I'm gonna grab some solder paste, which soon it will be changed because it starts to get, let's say, old, and every time is a pain in the ass to squeeze it out from the syringe. I'm gonna look for the piece of stencil. Seems pretty clean, but I'm gonna clean it again. A bit of isopropyl alcohol. Some cotton bud. Yeah, guys, don't do like me, and I'm forgetting every time I finish to apply the solder paste. I always forget to clean the stencil, and it's very annoying to do it days or a week after, when the solder is basically dry. Isopropyl alcohol is evaporating quite fast, but I always prefer to clean it. To dry it up with a piece of paper. Let's also clean a bit the surface here, just to be sure that the flux or dust, the remaining things are gone. See if I'm able to zoom in without ruin the image. Okay, doesn't look that bad. Where I put the... Here we go. Okay, now the magnifier lens, I cannot use it, otherwise the reflex of the light will disturb you guys and you will not see nothing. Yeah, without the magnifier lens it's not really easy to center, to line the stencil, but it is what it is. Otherwise I cannot show you anything. Yeah, back then when I cut it wrongly. So now I have really to put the tape on the edges of the stencil. Still working. But on the next batch I'm gonna order of the PCBs. I will definitely not cut it that short. No, hopefully it's super dry. So I need to dig it a moment. Yeah. This is solder paste. I bought it in around September last year. Because the previously one I had was without was lead free and wasn't really the best solder, but as much as I was using it, you know, on the practicing board, was fine. To assemble the Bitaxe, switch to the solder paste with lead, and yeah, since I'm working only on the weekends, except today that I'm free from my work, then I don't know if I can show you, but yeah, this is the leftover I have, and it's very hard to push it. So you have to remove piece by piece the old part, and yeah, I will need a few more seconds, hopefully, to be able to get out the solder paste. Yeah, when I put the toothpick inside, I can really feel it's not going down, and I can really feel the dryness. We're almost there. Yeah, I heard people who are using the chip quick, which I never used it before, so I think I will follow them. They said that it's pretty nice solder paste. You don't need to keep it in the fridge, and it has a quite longer life. Today is more annoying than usual. This is very at the end of the syringe, so it's yeah, not a funny one. But yeah, I have to finish it in order to get the new one. These are some of the struggle. Also because the house is getting warmer and warmer, this one is getting shittier and shittier. sorry my language guys, but it's getting very annoying. I think it's the time to order the new one, because also this one really cannot. It's very hard. It's basically coming out piece by piece. Pardon. Yes. Now, what I learned by my own mistake is if I spread it following the same direction, I might not be able to spread the base in all of the pins. So what I'm doing is, as you see, I'm turning the Bitaxe and spreading it in all of the four direction. Gently, I'm gonna try to lift everything and see how it looks like. Looks pretty decent. Yeah. Now we can attempt to place the ASIC. Also the ASIC, see if I can show you guys. Here on this corner, nearby the infinite symbol, you have a small white dot. That small white dot is showing you the direction where you have to install the ASIC. So basically in the ASIC, at least in this model, for the 401, you will have it as well, or in the top left or bottom right. So in this case we need to just simply put the dot on the dot. Now we need to align it as much as possible. we not align it properly, we might wrongly solder it, bridging it. Yeah, we might have a chance to ruin the ASIC. I personally prefer first align it vertically, so all the pads are aligned, and then we align it horizontally. So first vertically, so the pads on the ASIC are matching with the solder paste, and then we go horizontally. Let's turn on the heat gun. And let me grab also some extra plugs in a case. Just to be sure. And now, I usually go from a bit far and not straight on the chip. So I'm like I'm trying to preheat everything. And in a circular movement, clockwise I usually do. And slowly we get closer. Until we see the ASIC laying down. Then a bit on the side. And I usually apply just a bit of flux, extra flux. And hit it again. Always clockwise. Yeah, my cat is just wake up, so she has to call. There we go. Now we let it cool 1 second. And in the meantime that is cooling down, I try to do a visual inspection without moving anything, because to avoid the risk of, if we are moving it, we might offset the chip from the pads. So to avoid any kind of misalignment, I try to look at the solder point without moving it. It seems fine, but yeah, my eyes are what they are, and I don't really trust them. Reason why I'm looking to buy the proper microscope that is gonna come in the next month. $500 is not an easy purchase. So, and until now I never sold any Bitaxe, so I'm just, buying stuff, assemble them, and collect them. No, it's still too hot, so we have to wait a bit more. This is in the meantime that we are waiting. This is a small collection of chips I have. These are coming from a boom list of from AliExpress. Everybody is suggesting NBTC. I simply bought from boom list because back then they gave me a nice offer, so I paid like less than 32 euro per chip, buying a batch of 10. Then I realized that in Europe were other people who were selling ASICs for a way less. So yeah, well, I learned by my mistakes. My cat is getting curious, but not now. Now I think we could be good. I'm gonna clean up all the flukes. Yeah, usually you can see when the board is start to cool down, because the flux is also solidificating and is not anymore liquid as fuck. So we can spread nicely the alcohol. I usually use a cotton buds for very narrow places, but I also bought those ones. These one are very nice, tiny sponges for electronics. They absorb a lot of alcohol, so you have to be gently when you put it inside your bottle or your dispenser. Well, my cat was just trying to enter in the drawer where I keep all the parts from the miners. So yeah, well, and sadly I cannot really kick the cat out. But yeah, well, now once everything is clean, I can properly take the board out and do a proper inspection. This one I'm gonna do it. Oh, I can show you also underneath the magnifier lens. The left side of the board looks really nice, properly centered. The right side a bit less precise, but I don't see any bridges, at least on the outside. One thing, guys, if you're not 100% sure of your solder, just disassemble it, unsolder it, take it out, clean it, and do it again. Again, you're not sure for the second time, just do it. Do it. Because if you're not sure, and there is a bridge, or there is a something, you might shortcut it. Any kind of components. So, you're not sure, just desolder it, Don't rush and do it again. Might be annoying, I cannot say it's not, but it's better to be annoyed than shortcut any kind of parts. Now, let's grab some Cryonaut Extreme. I really like this thermal paste. I basically knew this brand since I'm assembling my own gaming PCs. I used once the Arctic. It's not that bad, but I personally prefer the Grizzly. Simply I have a couple of degrees less compared to the Arctic. Maybe it's just me. Somebody else can have a different opinion about it. Yeah, well, this is what I really like. I usually just put a bit of it in the center. And then I just put the heatsink on it. And now, guys, we shall see. Plug it in and let's give the power. Now it's connecting. And as you can see, there is something wrong because my ASIC voltage shows 0, which it shouldn't. It means there somewhere I have a cold solder. Cold solder, cracked solder, a component which is wrongly installed. So let's find it out. I'm gonna power it off. I might have an idea of where it could be. And this is why I'm saying that I really would like to have the microscope. But as well today I can finally check with a thermal camera I got a few days ago under a suggestion of Molon, a developer from the Osmo community. He told me just buy it. You cannot waste your time trying to find what is it or what is not. So I think it's some condensator which I wrongly installed. I'm gonna plug it in into my telephone. This is, by the way, this is the camera I'm talking about, FLIR one. So what I'm gonna do is plug the power in, turn on the bench, the PSU bench, sorry. trying to look at the camera. Yeah, sorry, you cannot see, guys. Looking at the camera, the board seems not dead, but it doesn't receive the power supposed to be. And I have some ideas now, which we're gonna go and discover. Again, what I'm gonna do right now is just a visual checkup, because let me grab a tester so it's easier for me to show you and pinpoint the area where we're supposed to look. So let me close the solder paste before I'm gonna struggle again. When you miss the voltage, you measure the voltage here, 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 or here. This is all the line, the power line, let's say, that brings the power to the ASIC. Now we need to find out where from the TSP to here is missing the power. C41 is supposed to be 0.6 volt, and exactly nothing. As well, R4 is good to check. Is 3.3. R7 as well. The TSP, the in should have 5 volts, which we have, and the out supposed to be 0.6, and now I have 0.12. Last time when I had the same problem, I had basically a colder solder here and here, which it doesn't look like now, because I can see really the solder properly melted, not oxidated. And all these chips I show you, and the one which I have assembled. They have all been tested for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, all of them. So I know that they're working. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open some schematic and try to source the issue again. And I need the schematic from power. When you have the file, for instance, I'm working on the Super 401. When you have the file downloaded from Scott repository, when I say power, you will know exactly which schematic you will grab it. What I did wrong last time is I didn't write down all the issue I had with the board, and all the details how I solved them. This is actually a mistake which, costed me now. Another thing I forgot to check now is the pin 3 from the TSP. I'm gonna show you which one is it. Let's give a sec to the Bitaxe to start. Pin 3 is basically in the middle of the TSP, and that one needs to be 3.3 volt, which is exactly what I do not have. So that could be the issue I'm facing now. If you look at the schematic, it's the P-good. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but pretty good is also this pin from the Q4. Q4, for instance, now none of the pin is showing me any kind of activity. So I'm gonna try is to resolder the Q4, because I should have the ground. If I'm checking this one, on the ground I basically have a 3.3. Sorry, I was checking the wrong component. My multimeter now, it should beep. It doesn't. This pin, pin 1, sorry. This pin has a power, which bring the power to the R7, which is dead on one side. On the other side I have 3.3 volt, which is coming from, yeah, this specific point where I'm marking now with the pin. On top we have the resistor for 3.3, but dead again. We have also to check the pin 19, sorry, the pad 19 on the ESP. ESP I know is working, but I'm not sure if there we have power. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have too many cables. One, two, three, four, 5. 0.01 volt. And the one underneath is the power from the Q4, 0. I want to check now. It's gonna work. This is my testing board. And I want to check on this board the same voltages I have here. Let me open again the schematics. One, two, three, 4. Then we check 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one is normal to mark 0. Let's have a look at this point. 3.3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3.3. So the P good, this line, it has to be 3.3 volts. Let's check behind. So we need to have Q4. This pin, it has to be 3.3. This one here. Three point three, 3.3, 0, 3.3. So let's plug our board. And we check again a Q4. Pin 3 is dead. R4, 3.3. Nothing. 3.3. Meanwhile, the ESP this is 3.3, which is good. 2, 3, 4 power and nothing. And P good, nothing again. So there is definitely a component which has to be resoldered. And to find it out, I need to dig into the schematic. What we have here. One thing I didn't check. One thing I did not check, guys. Let's see if I can show you. I think I found it. Yeah, but I really don't know how to show you guys. I will take a picture and I will post it on X. I'm not sure if I will be able to add the picture on Rumble, but if you follow me on X, you will find it. That's what I'm talking about. The C39. I can see that is not weld. This condensator C39, C39, C39. I'm checking it on the schematic. C39 is one of the condensator which brings, I will show you here. C39, anyway the power is off, so I can point it out with one of the terminal. C39 and C33 C39 is bringing the power at the Q4, and C43 is bringing the power as well. Bringing the power, I'm not really sure if I'm saying correctly, but it's connected to the TSP. And C43 is really bad welded, and C39 as well. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is sometimes is the flux is squirting out. I'm gonna cut it with the tweezer. I simply am gonna apply it there. And if I'm not mistaken, C43 42, 41, 40. Well, if we don't try, we will not know. Let me lower the fan. For the C39, I'm gonna remove it for a moment, and I will try to reapply the paste. Again, we let it cool down a moment. Yeah, I'm expecting on this board to have several of this issue. Because when I assembled all this side of the board, I was, cannot lie, I was tired. I shouldn't do that, but I was like, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna push myself, I'm gonna do it. And well, these are results. And when you have, guys, one of the board you can use for testing, it will save you a lot of time. Because at least you can check from one board to another where might be the issue. Doesn't mean that we can really figure it out, like me, for instance, right now. But well, let's give it a try. Otherwise, we will never know. Doesn't really look like I solved something because I can see on the bench the wattage stays low, 1.6 watt. Q4 is still dead. And the pin 3, did I say correctly? Yeah. The pin 3 from the TPS, sorry, is still dead, no voltage. I'm expecting the P2. Yes. So wasn't really that the issue. Sure thing. There is something. I still need to find it out. Also the Q1 and Q2 is 5 volts. Well, okay, I think, guys, for today's I'm done. I'll see you tomorrow or Sunday for a live, and we will try to figure it out what's wrong or what's not. Wish a nice Friday evening, and I'll see you in the next days. Bye.